Let them know what's your name. Niggas, clue back. Nigga, you too close to my TV. You feel me? But welcome to Uncut No Smart TV, nigga. Nigga, what's your name, nigga?
Chaz, nigga, you don't need to know my name, nigga.
Oh shit.
Welcome to Uncut No Smart. Nigga, come on, bro. Don't do no weird stuff, gang. Just let me know. Who is this, nigga?
Hold on, bro, I'm stuck.
You stuck.
I ain't gonna lie to me, I'm hella
Hey, I got you on Uncut No Smart TV, gang. What's your name, bro?
Uncut TV, my name's Leak, nigga. Keep that Leak, nigga. Know what's going on,
Nigga,
man.
if
Here
you
now,
got
I'm coming,
any smut on
man.
your name, nigga, clear it up. Nigga.
Oh, bro, I ain't got no smoke on my name.
No smut.
I can vouch. Chaz ain't got no smut on it.
No
Niggas,
smut on
I
his
got
name. Don't do all that
allegations,
shit,
though,
man.
but you feel me? I beat all of them, you feel me?
Royal Puerto Rican poppy.
And the motto is you get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game. So this video is just going to be on a little hood story of mine. So if you don't want to hear no cussing, if you don't want to hear about pimps and hoes, if you don't want to hear about money and guns, I suggest that you exit because of how I met Little Tim. He goes by Mozzy. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. We don't formally know each other like, you know, he knows my name. I know his name. We don't know each other like that. But I know that if he was to see me and I was to see him, you would know that the connection is real because we have crossed paths before. Being 35 years old, at 16, I was living the life of somebody who should have been on the road doing something major with their life. So I'm dibbling, dabbling in everywhere and everything. And, you know, I'm not really a street chick, but at the same time, I've been on the streets. But my mom, she raised us on the sidewalk. Start the story off by telling y'all, man, when I was 16 years old, I got to be able to take a look into the life of actually being around a full-time pimp. Like real life full-time pimp with hella hoes though. And I'm talking about thousands and thousands of dollars.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Since she started telling her story, I've been in tune. The way she, you know what I mean, describing it and breaking it down, I'm lightweight feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to hear more. She said this nigga was a boss pimp and with thousands and thousands of dollars. So far, you know what I'm talking about? Sound like some big shit. But we gonna stay in tune, man, and see what it do, man. Shout it out.
That I seen in my face. I'm talking about nonstop weed, big houses, Mercedes, Corvettes, everything you could think of. I'm telling you, the fast life was exactly that, the fast life. Now, I'm not gonna mention anybody's names because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, you should have asked me first because I don't got time for all that. I'm just gonna let you guys know the characters' names and then I'm just gonna go from there. At around like maybe 15, 16, my mom met this lady. I'ma just call her V. And turning into my godmom. One day, me and my brother was at her house, decided to ask her one day, will you be our godmom? And she was like, yeah. Very, very pretty. Full-blood Puerto Rican, but she from Oakland. So I'ma just call her my godmom in this story. Little Tim's uncle, because I don't want to say no names because I don't want nobody coming back talking about, oh, you told a story without asking me. This time in my life, I'm 16 years old, right? My mom had just got out of a messy situation, being in a relationship, living in Vallejo at the time. I wanted to stay with my godmom because the fast life was the fast life over there. And a lot of times while she was going on her trips, you know, to be a prostitute in other states and cities, I was watching her daughter at the time. I wasn't getting paid, but I was getting a chance to experience and see that side of life, whereas my mom wasn't into none of that. Chance to experience none of that with her, but over here is where the life was fast at. It was going stupid fast. At my godmom house, right? She's with Little Tim's uncle at the time. And full-blown top, you feel me, prostitute in the game. So she's a fast runner in the game, you feel me? Little Tim's uncle, he's like a head pimp, you feel me, doing his thing in Sacramento. He's from Sacramento, like he is really out here winning, you feel me, making dumbass money. So my godmom was his top lady, you know what I'm saying? So she got a house off of Fulton. They're staying with her. And at this time, I'm 16, so I'm going to Encina at the time. But I'm watching the fast life, but at the same time, I'm going to school. And then I also fell in love with my first love. So not only am I juggling, trying to be in love, balance the fast life, babysit, just do a ton of different things all at once, right? Husband, which was, you know, a dude that she married while he was in jail, and they called husband and wife. She was in love, but she was also the top head bitch in his organization, because this man had hoes. And this is Little Tim's uncle, by the way. I'm telling you, I'm staying at her house. I'm seeing dumb weed. At that time, I had started smoking already. I'm seeing dumb, you feel me, money coming through. Fat, lavish gifts. I'm talking about Mercedes-Benz with mirror tint windows. Life is going fast at this moment for me, and I'm soaking it all in. But at this time, I'm young still. I'm 16, so in my mind, I'm thinking like, fuck, this gotta be the life, man. You can't ask for nothing better than this. Come from where I'm coming from, we don't see this. Able to take a look from the inside, it was kind of like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Nights where Little Tim's uncle would go out and be out for nights and days at a time, you know, getting his money, fucking with these prostitutes, you know, making sure he got them set up in the traps, taking them across the world, seeing different cities and states. Like, this nigga is really an international pimp for real. He come back, it was kind of like, okay, now I get to see the other side of life. Now, you, my godmom, chill as fuck, but she like, you know, at the same time getting tired of the lifestyle, but she's doing it. You know how a nigga smooth his way in, right? And he smooth his way in, you get to liking him and shit. Everything is all good, everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, he tell you he a pimp. He convince you to start getting into activities that he's doing, and now you turn out to be the top head bitch. Bruh, she was in and out of Sacramento, in and out of New York, Vegas, anywhere you could think of, all over the United States. And I'm talking about clocking dollars, man. I told you I seen the most money I'd ever seen in my life by staying with her. I'm talking about thousands of dollars literally sitting on the table in front of me. House fat as fuck, everything plush, everything nice in that bitch. You feel me? To where it was like, damn, I'm trying to think how I can get this type of life. Because it was really real. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, the only way you could really get it is if you be a prostitute. It was times where, you know what I'm saying, I would see her get all the money. Let me bring back bands and just hand it over to this nigga. And granted, he was providing her with a great lifestyle. I'm thinking to myself like, really, the lifestyle I want to live to be able to accommodate and live like this? But at the same time, it's intriguing to me. So one day, Little Tim's uncle comes to my godmom's house, and I just happened to be there. I had just got out of school from Encina, and I had went to her house or whatever because I was staying with her at the time. He pulls up in his Lexus or whatever, and he got Little Tim and Eric with him.
I mean, what y'all think, man? Did the story sound authentic? I mean, she really got that shit detailed down. Now she done met Lil Tim and she done met Eric. She say their names, you know what I'm saying, like she really know them. Sound like she on some factual shit, at least from her eyesight. And I will admit, she know how to tell a story. So stay in tune, man. I ain't gonna lie, she got me watching, she got me listening. I'll tell me what it do, man. Uncut, no smut. You know what I'm talking about? GP the beat. Shout it out, gang. Fill that nigga pocket up with a little bit of change. Shout it out.
Right? They come in the house. He in the process of making a CD or whatever, you know, because he rapped too as well. And make sure, I know this DVD is hella old. It's called SACRAMENTO. If you ever watch it, Uncut Volume 1, it's a DVD. It's like hood to hood. I'm in that bitch. So this time, life is going hella fast. So they come all in the house. He is trying to figure out, he got his little MacBook open, trying to figure out what verses and shit they gonna put on this CD or whatever. And at that time, smoking weed, so I'm just sitting on the couch, I'm just looking. But you know, coming from that era of life, women were basically looked frowned upon. You feel me? The niggas was the head honchos in charge, meaning, you feel me? They the pimps, they run the show, they got the money. You just sit there, look cute, and you feel me? Mind your business. So I'm not saying shit. I'm watching, you feel me, Little Tim and Eric just sit on the couch and chill, smoke their little weed, you feel me, while I just sit there and absorb the whole surrounding. Niggas' minds, they think, oh, you feel me, the more she peep out the scene, the more she figure out what's going on, you feel me, the more she'll get in tune to what's going on, and then next thing you know, she'll get involved in lifestyle, and that's how I go. I had it set in my mind that I was gonna be no hoe. Figured out, listen, I'm trying to get this lifestyle that they live in because it's great and it looks good, and I'm trying to, you feel me, be counting thousands of dollars or whatever. Sitting on the couch and they smoking weed and they figuring out what verses they gonna put on these songs. That was the first time I ever met Little Tim. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I'm at his uncle's house, who he shares with my godmom. So I'm seeing them on a daily basis. Daily basis. This nigga move fast. This is how this nigga live. He is moving fast and life is good at this moment. The business is booming. You feel me? They got these, what's it called? Massage parlors cracking off. You feel me? I mean, I'm telling you, the business is booming as far as women selling themselves. I'm encouraging no woman to do that shit because I feel like you could be a boss by yourself. You don't got to sell your ass for no nigga, period. You could be a boss all by yourself. It's a different lane now. But as I'm seeing this life and I'm in the midst of it, I'm also babysitting her daughter. So I'm there for days at a time. Not only am I going to school at Encina. If you from Sac, you know Encina because it's in the north. Go by. Whew. You feel me? Niggas bringing in money. Niggas is riding in flashy cars. Niggas is smoking hella weed. When I tell you I met so many top flight niggas by fucking with my godmom like that. You feel me? That life was just, it was booming. It was fast. So that was my first couple of encounters with Little Tim, because I'm basically like a young girl sitting in the midst of niggas and weed smoke and niggas counting money and niggas in studio sessions and niggas pimping bitches, and you feel me, the life is just going by fast. That's probably the only glorious part of life that I had in the midst. Time is going on. I'm telling you, my godmom, she is doing her thing. She is pulling niggas' cards out here. She was hella pretty, so she pulling in the big bucks. So after they got it all together, Little Tim's uncle moved them to Elk Grove. And at that time, I'm going to McClatchy, but I'm falling in love. I'm not falling in love. I'm in love with my first love. So not only am I catering to that situation, I'm also over here babysitting my godmom's daughter while they didn't move to Elk Grove. And when they moved from off of Fulton to Elk Grove, that house in fucking Elk Grove, fat as fuck, boy. That motherfucker was clean than a bitch. That was my motto for what I wanted in a house, because it was so big. It had everything in there that you can think of. That motherfucker was fat as fuck. Little Tim's uncle had a Corvette. So one time he picked me up from the Home Depot on Meadowview, off of Meadowview. And I was going to go back to the house so that I could watch my godmom's daughter while she took a trip wherever she was going. And this nigga picked me up in a Corvette, right? Corvette, I'm sitting in the passenger side. I'm like, damn, this is the motherfucking life. And when I tell you, you know how Elk Grove back then, before it got all popular, it was, mind you, this house is like hella far down the street where you can almost go 100 miles per hour. Ain't no police gonna stop you because it's like hella deserted. So the house was like in the middle of nowhere, and it was like one of them newly built houses too, right? So we pull up to that motherfucker, you feel me? I'm just observing the scene. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking, I'm seeing, you feel me, this fat ass house. This nigga got a Corvette, she got a Benz. Life is good for them. You know what? But at the same time, when you live in that lifestyle, that shit come with demons. The police, because he had already had a previous record of doing this type of thing. And when you feel me, that nigga in Sacramento, you feel me, the police is basically keeping a track record on him long before they rode up on that house. You know what I'm saying? And at the time when they rode up on that house, I was so involved with my godmom and what she had going on, you feel me, that when the police pulled up on her, you feel me, because they did a raid in the house, she called me. She in the car though, and I can't, she got, you know how you call the phone and then you drop it so a person can hear your conversation? That's what she did. And she dropped it. So I'm listening to the whole background. I hear her talking to the police. You feel me? I'm hearing her, you feel me, telling everything that's going on.
I like that part right there. I like that part right there because that let me know that the bitch was tight. The bitch was sharp. She made the call. She knew she couldn't talk, but she let the girl hear the whole conversation. You know what I'm talking about? Letting it be known that the bitch wasn't gonna be no rat and she wasn't gonna say no out of pocket shit and she was gonna let the other bitch hear everything, nigga, so she'd know exactly what's going on and what the police was talking about. Stay in tune, nigga. The story going crazy. I like it, man. You know what I'm talking about? GP the Beast, uncut, no smut TV. Stay tuned in, man. You know what I'm talking about? This shit like where it going. All right, shout it out.
They arrest her because they already had a track record on Lil Tim Uncle. They already knew what this nigga was up to. They already knew what he had going on. You know what I'm saying? And they knew his dealings in the streets or whatever. So she called. I hear the whole conversation. They lock her up, send her to jail for pimping and pandering. You know what I'm saying? Gets out of jail because, of course, you know, she's not held for that long. So when she gets out, she comes to my house on 2nd. I open the door, you feel me? I'm at my granny house. You feel me? I don't know why I was the person she came to come see. But she did. Give her a hug, you feel me? Everything was going cool. And then you end up getting back with that person because you left them. So what started out as her, you feel me, being the bottom bitch for this nigga, she actually started doing that shit on her own because, mind you, this nigga's still in the pen for pimping and pandering for real. So she's supporting this nigga, you feel me, until he get out. He don't do that many years, and then the cycle starts all back over again. I grew up basically living my life, being a free spirit, but seeing two sides of the world. My mom was over here, you know, she's actually pregnant with my little sister at the time. And then I'm over here, you feel me, in this fast life, watching, you feel me, bitches and money and, you feel me, niggas and weed smoke and all types of shit going on. To some high-ranking motherfuckers that actually run SAC right now. But people would be like, damn, little old Deidre from Sacramento, you feel me, we don't really, yeah, because a lot of the moves I was making in my life, I wasn't telling nobody. You was either involved with the shit I had going on or you wasn't. So it was times where I would have to sit in the car with my godmom, drive to Frisco, and work out there for a couple of nights, and I'm sitting in the car hella high off a, you feel me, 8-hour energy shot, you feel me, staying awake so that make sure nothing happened to her car while she, and you feel me, doing her thing, getting her money in. You know what I'm saying? I don't advise it for any woman. I seen, you feel me, a female make top dollar. I'm talking about boss bitch status, you feel me, ranking in the money and of what I wanted to do with my life, but I didn't want to do it that way. I don't encourage it for anybody because you really got to be on your shit. You really got to know what you're doing. This nigga is a boss, I'm telling you. So he already had years and years in the game and this. So he already knew how to make chess moves with this shit. This nigga is hella smart. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy for him to capitalize off of that profession. A lot of people who get into that profession these days think that it's going to work the way all these boss niggas got it going in Sacramento. And if you notice, it's only like a few boss niggas that actually pimp bitches that's actually out here living rapper lifestyles. And then you have the ones that's making a couple dollars every night to stay in the Motel 6 and support their weed habit and buy some food. But it's a drain on the women who are involved in this type of lifestyle, especially if you're fucking with the type of nigga who got his own habits and y'all both struggling trying to keep it together. Like, it's only gonna be a repeated cycle of you going out on the streets, Stockton, Watt, whatever, making a couple dollars, y'all post up in the hotel, y'all buy some weed, you feel me, you buy some food, and that's that. And then you're out on the street and you're doing it again. And it's a repeated cycle. A lot of niggas in the game do not get anywhere.
Hold up, man. I had to stop right there, right? Because, nigga, she lightweight popping some real game right now, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you niggas is still pimping and living in them motels, nigga, and only buying weed and some food, nigga, you might want to do a new profession. Because, She done called your card right there, man. It's Boosie pimping. That's not real pimping. You know what I'm saying? Level your game up, man, or find you a new game. The bitch that's doing it, bitch, you need to find you a new pimp. Something ain't, your management is bullshit. It's Boosie. Level your game up. Go ahead, man. I'm going to let you keep talking, though, because right now, you know what I'm saying? You speaking a little game right now, man. Shout out that game, man. Fill that nigga pocket up with a little bit of change.
Don't have no cars. They don't have no apartment. They just steady doing the same repeated cycle of, you feel me, putting their females on the street, hoping they make money for the night, and they get to stay in a hotel, smoke their little weed, you feel me, and eat or whatever. That's just mainly how it is. And as the time has got more advanced in life, mind you, this is when I was 16. I'm 35. It's not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? That profession is kind of getting kind of old. Like, you got to really be a boss nigga and know what you're doing. And even some of the bosses, like his son, is a boss nigga. You know what I'm saying? Who actually is making money off that shit as well. But you got to go, feel me, like trucking businesses, or, you know, putting your money up into a business, because it's only so long that these females, as they call it, will fag off and go elsewhere with other niggas and do other things, when in reality, I think niggas don't understand that all the emotional level and the emotional comfort they feel from you. If they feel like they not getting the emotions that they need because they ain't bringing in the money that you want them to make, they're gonna go cat off with some other nigga that's catering to those emotions. That type of lifestyle is a lot. I seen a lot of things dealing with my godmom over there. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of females go through a lot of mental distress just trying to get a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you right now, that nigga was making sure it wasn't no $40 dates, it wasn't no $60 dates. Like, this nigga is a high-ranking nigga who know how to make chess moves. So he was making sure, you feel me, his females was at least pulling in a good amount of money. As whereas you might see it nowadays, you feel me, niggas is got they women out on the street doing $40 dates. Like, come on, that's, if you only do 2, that's only $80. And you only get that for one night in a room. And then, you feel me, you got to buy food and whatever habits you may have, because it's a lot of drugs in that profession. Just because the women got to stay up all night and all day, making sure they getting their clientele coming in 24/7. Boss nigga, I'm going to tell you that right now. When I tell you he made all his moves calculated, he had that shit on the roll. He knew what he was doing. He had boss status. But I'm looking at this nigga, you feel me, who is a boss right now. You feel me? Living in fat-ass houses, driving fat-ass cars. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck, I'm on the edge of the totem pole right now. But again, my mom raised us on the sidewalk. I really wasn't about that life. I wasn't about that life at all. But in my mind, I was figuring out how the fuck I was going to get the life that they was living without having to do what the women were doing. Because it's a lot of stress that comes with that. Continuous drinking, continuous drugs, staying up all night. You feel me? Every day having to get up, look your best. You out there even when you don't want to be out there. Imagine, but I was seeing it firsthand with my own eyes. I also seen the downside of it. I seen this nigga go to prison. I seen him lose every houses, cars, stripped of everything and having to start all over. And eventually, at this time, I'm still talking to my godmom. I'm still, you feel me, going around her. I'm still checking on her, seeing what she's got going on. At the second prison sentence that this nigga got, it was for a long time. I think at first, being there for him while he was in the pen, but she slowly started to, like, fade off and cat off and do her own thing, because she's living in Stockton at this time. And so I'm driving out there. I'm going to go kick it with her. I'm seeing, you feel me, what she got going on. It's a lot of women that say they will fuck with a nigga if he got 10 years and be solid to him the whole time. But I think that's kind of an understatement, because it's only like the first few years. I think women really stick by their nigga's side. And then after so long, it's kind of like, she, from her perspective of what I know, she had to still go out there and hustle, because now she got the game. Now she already know how to work the whole game and the ins and outs in the system. So to be able to support her lifestyle, because she's a boss at this point, she don't know nothing less than luxury, and be able to support this nigga in prison, you got to stay on the road with that. You got to continue to keep living that lifestyle and have these tricks that you could call that's paying thousands of dollars to help support your lifestyle and this nigga in prison. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Every woman don't fade on that nigga after when he's in prison. Because I did 1.5 years for somebody. I waited. I didn't cheat. Nothing. I was faithful. I was solid. I had money on the phone. I sent packages. All the shit. So, but after so long, it's like, damn, you want me to put my life on hold to continue to make sure yours is going in the fast lane while you sitting in the pen?
Hell yeah. You supposed to put your life on hold. You ain't really putting your life on hold. You just rocking with that nigga. You know what I'm talking about? You was rocking with him when it was good, so you rock with him when it's bad. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. That way, nigga, you would have rocked all the way to the end. But you made the end come sooner. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like the bitch should have stayed down. Bitches should stay down for niggas when they niggas go to the pen. If they down with them, when they getting their money on the street. If they benefiting off the fruits of the elements, then they gotta stay down, nigga, when the fruit go bad.
So eventually that relationship tailored off. And like she's slowly changing from I don't want to do this shit no more to I got kids, let me try to find something else to do.
I mean, and that's cool too. Nothing wrong with growing up. Ain't nothing wrong with finding something else to do. But you still supposed to do it with that nigga. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't like the nigga just was a one-track mind nigga. Sound like the nigga knew how to get his money and the nigga knew how to make power plays and he knew how to make power moves. You know what I'm saying? You know, the house was paid for. You know what I'm talking about? Cars nigga was paid for. You know what I mean? Some of them was being financed. They start getting newer and newer vehicles. But the point is, nigga, ain't nothing wrong with elevating and changing. Look at me, nigga. I elevated. I'm changing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't gotta be stuck in that one-track mind. Niggas can grow. If the bitch was down, if the bitch is growing, then the bitch is supposed to bring balance to her, nigga. Put that shit in his ear and convince him too as well. We need to grow. You know what I'm talking about? That part.
And so that makes a nigga have to revise his whole plan because the bottom bitch that you thought you had is now trying to figure out how she gonna reconstruct her life because she getting tired of doing what she doing. So a nigga gotta put his chess pieces on the board and figure out what it is. But this nigga is a well calculated nigga, structured, know what he want out of life. You feel me? Put the dots on the map. Say, just from observation, because I observe a lot, I learned a lot from watching this nigga. Like, I learned a lot from just watching him and seeing how he moved. And people probably was like, damn, they don't realize how much I soaked up by just being involved in that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Just by seeing and observing and paying attention, I soaked up so much game. But as time go on, again, it's 2023. It's not a lot of women that want to be involved in that profession and give their money to a nigga. Now, don't get me wrong. It's still some that's top ranked out there, but they basically renegade. They basically doing it for themselves instead of paying a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So who knows how far that profession is going at this point, because I'm not in it. And I don't know, that was just a phase of my life that lasted for maybe like 5 to 6 years where I got to see a lot of shit go on. That shit was like a movie. That shit was like a real book in my life. Like every day was going by and every day I was seeing some new shit. Every day I was like, damn. Same time I'm thinking to myself, like, women go out and sell their bodies and make thousands of dollars just to give it to a nigga while he sit up here and count it. And he ain't did shit. But make sure, you feel me, y'all was where y'all needed to be. He set up whatever he needed to set up. He paid for the trips and all that. Okay, that's cool. But I have had a pretty fast lifestyle up until this point. This is probably my slowest slowdown moment in my life where I'm actually just really chilling and getting to know who I am. But for a lot of my life, it was going by so fast. One moment you're 14, next moment you look up, you're 17, 18. And mind you, this high-ranking nigga had found out about my brother being killed while he was in prison. It is a lot of people in my family that I know that's in prison that said they found out about my brother being killed in prison. I don't know how the fuck it reached that far, but he must have been the nigga. He must have been out there living his life and clicking up with people and, you feel me, chilling with people who actually, you feel me, took a liking to my brother. And when he got killed, that shit spread like wildfire to where I was amazed. Who in prison really know that my brother died? That shit was crazy. That's just a little detail into my life of how, you feel me, I didn't really know Little Tim personally, but I was heavily involved with his uncle. His uncle knows my name, knows who I am. Just credit the people that you come across or that you meet in life, because you never know who they're gonna be later on in life. Now that nigga is the nigga in charge of Sacramento, and people hate to admit it or hate to accept the fact that he found the way out from the struggle. He's from Oak Park. Everybody want to be from Oak Park. I'm from the Curtis Park, other side of Second Park. So if you want, I call it Oak Park too, but I'm not from like the 4th Ave or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the other side of Bonfair. So I call it Oak Park. Who knows if it's really Oak Park? You know, somebody always gonna have something to say. That's not Oak Park. Okay, whatever. Who gives a fuck? But again, the struggles, the shit you had to go through. This nigga, Lil Tim, you feel me? Been pimping hoes since pimping hoes and pimp hoes. It was a way of life back then. And I'm so glad that it's like taking a turn a little bit and women are holding themselves to a more higher value and realizing, like, don't sell yourself so short. But back in those younger days when I was like 16 and 17, I'm telling y'all again, my life was like a movie. Every day something was going on. Every day I was seeing something going on. And mind you, my godmom is in love with this nigga at the time. So not only is she his bottom bitch with this man. So you feel me? As a woman who's in love with a man that has multiple women, you're going to get jealous. I don't care who you are, especially if you in love with that man. So I seen her stab females. I seen, you feel me, her have to go to jail for a little bit of time. Like, it got real in that lifestyle. Because you get jealous, especially when you know you the bottom one. And you know he's married to you. But he got to portray like, you feel me, he rocking with these other women too, to be able to get them to, you feel me, hold for him. I don't care what you say. It is a level of emotions and making a woman feel good for her to just go out there and sell her body and then fork over all the money to you. There is no way you can tell me that you just grab a woman off the street and you give her so much mouthpiece that she's persuaded into just doing that for free. You either humping on her, you feel me, or you feel me, you doing something for her, because there is no way. But a lot of, you feel me, dudes back then was actually humping on their hoe, because a woman gotta feel something special inside from a man for her to be able to just sell her soul like that. But that's when I was like 15, 16, 17. Sacramento was popping. It was known for pimps and hoes. It was climbing up the ranks from little girls to teenagers, you feel me, to young women. Everybody was out here doing it. Everybody was out here, you feel me, selling themselves for a little piece of change. Now, not everyone, but if you looked around and observed, you can kind of pay attention and see everybody was trying to live the good life. So everybody was into that movement. I seen it firsthand. How many females this man had and how much money they was making and how much he was actually, feel me, putting into other women, I don't know. But the money he put back into my godmom was a lot. He made sure her house was plush. Made sure, you feel me, she had a fat ass Mercedes on her birthday with mirror tint. That motherfucker was wet. So again, times is changing. I got a daughter and I wouldn't influence that on nobody. But that is just a little recollection into the type of lifestyle I seen growing up in my teenage years. And that's what type of life it was out. So I crossed paths with Eric, you feel me, and Little Tim at that time, now known as Mozzy. And his uncle is, you feel me, was a leading nigga out here. I would say his name, but I'm not, because I don't want this shit coming back to haunt me. So, again, that's Deidre One Shot Game, and that was just a hood story on how life was out here in Sacramento when I was pimps and hoes was winning, and they was ranking in dumbass money, and the nigga was in charge, and he was running females out here.
Yeah, your boy GP the Beast, man. Shout out that gang. Fill his pocket up with some change. I just want to talk to him. Tried to smut my name, but niggas know I'm about it. And what fucked me up is the niggas that spoke about it. Niggas that even defend me. They don't know I know about it. What really fucked me up, the hater side was the most crowded. I don't claim clicker, but I do be around it. And when I leave the house, I don't never leave without it. I don't never sleep without it. Shit, I can't even eat without it. I got it when I'm getting my dick sucked. Can't even freak without it. First thing waking up, I don't brush my teeth without it. When I'm in the city, I don't slide through the streets without it. Niggas might catch me slipping if I be without it. So to leave home without it, I would never think about it. Mozzy and Mozzy, my nephew, don't even think about it. Born with this game, shit, I would never eat without it. They gave me 17, I couldn't believe I got it. Thought I was through with money, but I refused to believe I got it. Bitch ass nigga snitch, forced me to take a plea about it. Talk shit behind my back, no time to think about it. Ain't no running from the phone, nigga, I gotta go see about it. And it gotta be a body before we can talk peace about it. Talk shit on the net, shit, we in the streets about it. Oh, you know about a body, nigga? Don't even speak about it. Every nigga ain't built to actually be about it. And if it ain't no paperwork, nigga, then why you speak about it? Where you from? The Heights or Old Park? They always ask about it. I'm a product of both, nigga, and I'm a smash about it. I always wanted this money, I still dream about it. So crack to the city by any means about it. I could've been a tycoon, nigga. I thought about it. But a nigga still a goon, nigga. Ain't no doubt about it. The bitch wanted to freak, shit, wasn't no doubt about it. Told the bitch I'm cool, she got dismissed and got outed. She pouted, I thought about it. I made a call about it. What she thought? Since I've been gone, I wasn't about it. I got the game from the dope fiend. Trap house had them crowded. Nigga, they know the fiends. They taught me how to reroute it. How to repackage it up. Shit, I had to recount it. I'm a legend in the city. Missed shot and I'ma rebound it. Respected on the block. Better ask the streets about it. Been locked up in the pen. Shit, I hate to think about it. I've been neglected a lot, shit, but I'm cool about it. Nigga shot at me and missed, and that nigga made the news about it. Recognizing my mistake, nigga, I ain't no fool about it. I got motion in these streets, and I can't move without it. Mama gave me some game, I wasn't too keen about it. I rejected it a lot, but I was unforeseen about it. No warning shots in the pen, shit, you better read about it. Catch your body in the pen and let they folks read about it. The bitch said she loved me, but her movements made me doubt it. She wasn't in the visiting room and that motherfucker was crowded. Niggas say I went bad, shit, nigga, I heard about it. But no paperwork exists on the case with my words about it. Niggas say I robbed my nigga mama, how you think I feel about it? That nigga mama like my mama, I'm ready to kill about it. If our city come together, nigga, we should kill about it. Everybody buy each other music, let's get a meal about it. Lil GP and GP3, they with it and they bout it. Them little niggas clone me, ain't no doubt about it. Doing shit that I do with the same route about it. It's like doing business with myself, all we do is count it. Never understood why they hate, I would just think about it. I'm trying to figure this shit out so I could teach about it. I had Dayton's on every car, the streets would speak about it. Went to the feds, extra 5 for packing heat about it. Got stripped for the crown, used to be the king but got outed. But my nephew took it over, so I'm really proud about it. Niggas made decisions and split the hood about it. They can't love you like I do, they didn't grow up around it. Got my first kick at 15, I'm really bout it. My brother got smacked by the rollers, I had to read about it. Being black can fuck you up, who gon' teach about it? If the culture is fucked up, who the one who gon' preach about it? Who gon' talk about it? Who gon' walk the walk about it? My closest nigga let me down, but I don't talk about it. My other nigga got at my bitch, I never spoke about it. In return, I fucked this bitch and made a joke about it. We settled the shit, we smoked and had a drink about it. We dapped, saluted, and decided not to speak about it. These niggas keep testing me and I always beast about it. So I had a word with God and ask him what he think about it. What you think, God?